be through with you.
Hello, hello. This is the R.L.B show, where we keep things real, loud, and bold, but through representation of giving appreciation to Black artistry by popular demand. I am your host, Jada Z, and I am here with two profound new vocal artists who are young, Black, and innovative, Tariq and Nalese. How are you guys doing today?
I'm good. Yes,
Yes.
I'm feeling really good.
Thank you guys for coming on to my show. As you do know or may not know, it is Black Music Month. So I wanted to take the time to highlight you guys and your new song. So let's just give it up for that for 1 second. Go ahead and introduce yourselves and tell me where you're from.
I'm Nalese, but my real name is Janaya, and I'm from Nashville, Tennessee.
I go by Tariq for my music, but my name is Delon. I'm from Tennessee, but I'm currently in South Carolina.
And some of our viewers may recognize you from a place called Lane College, where we
That's
actually
right.
we all
Okay.
let's just hop right into it. Let's talk about this new track. What's the title and what inspired it?
So the song is called "With You," featuring my little sisters, Nalise. Everybody has been through that. Everybody has dealt with someone, and you wanted it to be over, and you wanted to be unattached, but you just could not. I feel like it's something that we all could relate to. So I just, wanted to put something out there. I don't know, to just, kind of talk about that experience. This is something that we all kind of have to go through.
I will say I first listened to it and I didn't want to be biased because I know y'all, but I definitely felt it ultimately. Like I was so impressed by the musicality, the harmonies, the way y'all voices entangled each other, and lyricism, of course. So, who's the writer behind the lyrics? Let's talk about it.
Okay, I want to say this though, like this was a song like Delon, he invited me to the song. When I heard the song, I was like, yes, like I love this, how the acoustics, I love how everything is sounding. And his verse that he already had showed me, I was like, I want to do kind of a thing like an opposite or like maybe like keep the story continuing. So that's why I wanted to give it like I wanted that R&B feel, that connection feeling. So yeah.
It was actually crazy. So we both wrote. I kind of did, like the composition of the song. But when Z got the flow of the song, it was crazy. I was recording my verse, and she was in the back as I'm recording in her notes app. Mama, do this. I'm gonna do this. Literally 20, 30 minutes went by, and she got on the mic, and she just spit her verse. Like she was just like hopping to different pockets and just like it was really crazy because I'm like, there's no way like that she did it, but she did it and she made it work. And we kind of worked together on like the delivery part. How should we say this? Maybe let's give it a little more here, and we worked together with that. And then that's just kind of what we ended with.
And y'all, I'm gonna just say like that was one of my first times I've been in this like a real actual like studio. So it was kind of like nerve wracking for me. I'm like, am I doing this right? Did that sound right? Nah, take that back. I don't like that. I feel like as I'm growing into like being an artist, like yeah, I need to be a little picky because some things don't sound right.
See, and thing though, like being a new artist, being an artist in general, you'll learn that our favorites are like total perfectionists, but at the same time, I feel like they've grown into loving their imperfections. And that's
Yeah.
what makes your work so authentic and so unique and personable. If it's not you bringing it to the table, then it's not going to work. So I definitely, definitely, definitely would say you guys made a masterpiece. You know what I mean? I really want to highlight you guys because more people need to hear this. More people are going through this and can easily like relate to stuff like this. We need to bring R&B back. So are you guys like friends or are you guys just like, you know what I mean? Because when you're working with somebody, it could be a little nerve wracking. Some people can't take direction. So
Well, exactly what we did on the track is what me and Z used to do together anyways. So we both were in the choral department, of course, at Lane. We had to sing together a lot of places. So there would be all the time she was like, maybe the line, let's try it like this. So I'd be like, Z, you can give a little more force on that. So it's what we've always done. Like I said, she's like my music sibling, because we had to sing together so much. So I feel like being in the studio was just an extension of that.
Yeah, I feel like I really got to know Delon and Choir. We came we became really close in choir because we were putting a group together also. I think it was really fun. It was refreshing. And Delon, he kind of, he educated me on some stuff. Just hearing sometimes what he could do with his voice, it's like, what? That's crazy. Like, so I picked up some things from him as well.
Oh my gosh. So how long did it really like take y'all to like record? How long did all of that process take, putting that all together?
So this is also kind of the beauty of having music friends. Me and Z probably had 2 hours in the studio to do everything. That include writing, mixing, literally everything. And I have a homeboy who does vocal production. Like he does background vocals. So and it's someone I'm super close with. This is what I'm saying. That's why I feel like it's a beautiful thing. I love music because you can build community, and for us it's fun, and then it creates something that other people can kind of experience. But for us, we just doing what we love. So I sent my homeboy DJ the track, and I was like, hey, you know what I'm saying? Maybe you could do some background vocals on this. Literally within 24 hours, he sends it back, and he has like all these awesome background vocals. His ear is crazy. He's like very brandy coded. Like the things he kind of hears when it comes to music is like, crazy. So I got the pull from my music community for the whole song. So
Yes.
shout out DJ.
Yes. Go ahead and get into how you started music in the first place.
Okay, so growing up, I was always singing in church. Like I was always in my church choir. Shout out Mount Zion Baptist. I always did choir. So then my family just started making me like just perform at small little get-togethers, small places. Like I'm at a grill or a bar or something. Young, I'm talking about 13. Like just performing. And then when I came to college is really like when I really started like actually recording. Like before, I feel like I still was in my shell, and also being in choir, it brought me out my shell a lot. Just being on stage, chapel every Wednesday, I have no choice but to get up there. Having people around me that do music as well. My friend Kato, he was like, "Az, I want you to hop on something." Like we just in the dorm studio. He just got the mic and maybe the band lab computer, and so we just having fun. Like you said, just having fun doing what we love to do. We just playing around, and yeah, we made a song. I forgot what. Sorry, I forgot the song. Two sides of the story. That's the other song.
Yes. How about you?
Y'all are singers, so y'all know when you love music, you write songs anyways. Before I remember stuff we was doing, young elementary school. So it's always kind of been a thing for me. And like she said, Band Lab, Garage Band. That's actually how this song started. I sent Z, I think, a screen recording of the song I did. Going through some relationship young, I like pulled my mic out, 20, 30 minutes, made the first verse of the song. And when we got the opportunity to get to the studio, we finally did. And, it's just kind of became its own thing. So
Yeah. So do you have any other music as well? Do you have any previous projects, previous works, or what?
no, that was my first project as well. No, yeah, that was kind of our first time really sitting together. Like I feel like what drove it was because, like I said, we do music together anyways, and we were doing it so much. So we were so used to already creating music and saying, maybe let's do this harmony like this. I don't like the way they did that. Let's make it ours. That's how we will always do our live performances. So doing it when it came to a song just felt the same way. But no, yeah, that was my first song as well.
Oh, and when you said that, y'all are used to creating things and changing things up together, it reminds me of the beautiful rendition of Saving All My Love. Y'all so beautifully.
One of our favorite pieces. Like that's one of our favorite.
Yes. Maybe we should do a little YouTube cover of it or something.
So how have the reactions been like so far? Like from friends or family? Who's been really like supporting this song?
I've had a lot of family and friends support the song, and it warms my heart. Like every time someone comes, like literally every other week or every other, they're like, Zanaya, oh my gosh, I cannot believe this song that you have wrote. Like it's really good. And my mom, she's like, I play your song in my car every day, every day. Like okay, like I love hearing that. It makes me feel so good. Like it really does.
Yes.
Yes. Same for me. Like I feel like the best thing that you can hear is this you for real? Like you know how people be like questioning rather when people do that, it makes me feel like, oh, like I actually created, something that people enjoy. But no, I've had people I haven't talked to for a minute reach out. I've seen like people I, don't even necessarily know sending me videos, lip syncing the song. And I was actually telling Z, like, because, when you go through a distributor, it tells you where you're listening. We got people who listen in Japan and like Germany, like crazy stuff, 50, 60 listens. And that's not a lot to some people. But for us, who had never put out music, it's like, wow, within a month's time, it's been heard, in different countries. So I don't know. I just feel grateful for every encouraging word that we get. So
They say like it really be people that you don't know supporting you the hardest. I don't know if y'all like try to focus on like basically sending it out to the friends because sometimes those friends don't be the real support. Yeah, branching out and
that's
and
good.
hear and support you because Japan listening.
Data, that's a
Germany
word
listen.
though. That's real. Not focusing on what's around you because there's so much more. Yeah.
Absolutely. Like, I mean, I am a fellow singer, so it was like I am in my shell still. But when I hear from outside people that don't talk to me, like compliment me and let me know to keep going, like that encouraged me more than the friends,
Yeah.
sometimes.
Until they see outside people congratulating the outside people we're encouraging, and then now it's like, okay, other
Right.
people see how good it is. Now I can tell you how good it is. Now that other people have said it. But like you said, everything happens the way it's supposed to happen. But yeah, y'all, don't let Jada fool y'all. Y'all, she sings too, and she sings well.
Okay.
So please don't let her trick y'all. Okay.
I've been a poetry girl. I've always been poetry girl, So it's like now I'm really hopping into like, okay, let me think how this would sound in a song. Let me think how this would be a chorus. Cause y'all's chorus hits different. You know what I mean?
Nothing to it but to do it. Don't think about it.
Okay.
Get yourself in the studio, book yourself an hour or two, you know what I'm saying? Find your instrument you like and just do it. Cause you got the voice, and if you do poetry, all you gotta do is apply it. You got that. So we gonna be looking for yours too. So
Okay.
yeah.
Great advice too to new upcoming artists because I know a lot of people that get creators block and that's real, but we really be the creator blocking our flow. It's mind over matter. Like we just like figure out what rhymes, and if it don't rhyme you make it rhyme, you know what I mean? Like
I feel like the key to writing is two things I say. First of all, do it out of enjoyment. I feel like when you are doing something because you genuinely love it, and that's how you are creating because you want to make something that you respect and something that you can enjoy instead of worrying about like how other people feel, then you're going to make something that's authentic to you. But if you
Yeah.
go in the studio, you know what I'm saying, and you're thinking about, oh, how other people going to think about this, how other people going to think about that, it's not coming from the essence of you. It's coming from the essence of how you think other people are going to perceive your work. Like I tell people all the time, because I'm still recording. I haven't released some stuff. There is some stuff coming out soon, but I tell people all the time, I make music for me, and I make music that helps me, and then in turn, I just hope that because it helps me, it'll help somebody else. But it's really, what I'm saying, my story, or our story, or just how I'm feeling.
anything you want to add to that?
Yeah, I just want to say, always just be authentic with yourself. How I go about it is, I always like throughout the day or whatever I'm going throughout the month, I write it down. Like I always write it down and could be something that I use into a song like this now where I'm out and about and I'm doing something or somebody did this to me and it made my day happy and I'm putting that into a lyric or I'm putting that into a phrase. I like real music. So I like to feel something when I
Yeah.
listen to music. So I really want to make music like that. Yeah, I just feel like just be yourself and put it all out there if it helps for real.
Yeah, and that's really how you cope with things you're going through. Like you were just saying, like it's your life, it's your story. You put out
Yeah.
what you want, things you don't, you feel me, keep it close. But everything else, lay it out on the table because you never know who you can touch at the end of the day. And y'all done touched me. I'm touched.
Thank you. That means so much, though. You don't even understand.
What do you guys hope that this track can add to the culture?
Just hope that people can see it and relate to it. I just hope that people have something that they can listen to and they feel it and it helps them to, relieve that feeling. Cause like I said, everybody done been through it. And if you haven't been through it, live a little longer. But we all done been attached to somebody that we don't want to be attached to anymore. So I just hope that it's something, that sits with people and I can help them maybe get through that since we all gotta kind of walk through it.
Yeah, let's piggyback off of what he just said. Yes, I just want it to be relatable. And also, like, I just want them to feel loved. Like, I want them to feel that passion that I feel. So that's what I want.
Yeah, she meant them words.
Yeah, like y'all are cold. I can't wait to see what the future has to offer for y'all. I know a lot of people may not know where this might have came from, so give us like a background on who is inspirational R&B wise. Who's inspirational for y'all?
I love this question. Okay, it would have to be Jasmine Sullivan. Love her down. Kehlani, Alex Isley, and one more. I'm gonna have to give it to Beyonce. That she should have been first, but like Beyonce, yeah.
That's that's a
I love some Leon Thomas. I love Sir. Leon Thomas is one of my favorites. Sir is one of my favorites. I love me some Tank. But also the females, they love, they create the R&B sound too. So again, like she said, Jasmine Sullivan, I love Duran Bernard, Ari Lennox, a lot of people. And I feel like and the reason I name all of them is because I can hear myself do something I feel like I pull from all of them. Beyonce too. It's like I'll hear something and, all of them play a part into how I record, I feel.
that's keeping our generation up. I'm not gonna lie. Like they pull their inspiration from those 90s, 80s, 70s artists, and now we're pulling from them. So it's
Yeah.
cultivating and keeping the
Right.
culture alive, keeping it on.
Yeah.
So y'all pass my playlist check. I'ma need that. I will say that what stood out to me about this song was the way, I mean, obviously the beat and it flows and it reminded me of like a Summer Walker vibe. It reminded me of the Daniel Caesar vibe, and it just gave so much depth and emotion. And I feel like a lot of people are scared to get in their feelings now.
Yes.
So y'all are literally enabling people to understand that it's okay.
Yes.
It's
Because we
okay.
all gotta feel it, so why not?
Yeah, people like to put on an act, and y'all not acting. Y'all was love. Like that
Why
was
can't I be through with you? That's
Like,
real.
I miss you, boy. What you doing? I'm
No,
for
that's
real.
real.
so. Let's go ahead, since we're talking about the B. Let's shout out the producer. I will make sure to put their information down below.
That's my boy Keynote. I know him as Randall, but his name is Keynote now. I've known Randall since first, second grade. It's actually crazy because he was one of the first people who told me I could sing. I remember us being in the middle CCs. I know y'all remember CCs. I was
Hmm.
probably like fourth or fifth grade, and he was like, "Go ahead and sing this song." So it's honestly crazy. It's a full circle moment that years later, I'm recording with him because as a kid, he was one of the first people who told me I could sing. And I don't know if he remembers that. But yeah, my boy Randall, my boy Keynote, he makes awesome music. If you are in the Nashville area, definitely lock in with him. He can get you right and he can do it quick. So yeah, lock in with my boy for sure.
Out because he clearly has an ear for music. If
Yes.
people that told you from a child that you were gifted, and you pulled along a gifted woman along with you, it's like you weren't scared to share that light, share that creativity with someone that's just as passionate. Well, shout out to Keynote.
What you just said is so real. Nah, that's the fun part. Go singing with other talented people or being able to create with other people who are talented or even sometimes more talented than you. That is the fun part. Like I feel like creating with them types of people. Like I can't even explain it. Like even being in the studio with Z, she'll do like some sort of run, not even think about it, and it just kind of flows, and it just be like, oh my god, like that's like the most fun part of the process. So yeah, always that.
Like, I'm not gonna lie, I really want to go to this one part of the song real quick. So crazy to me. Yeah, it was it just felt perfect.
Being through it. I know exactly what part you talking about.
You never see my point of view. My mind is heavy, heart is too. So I cannot just see the straight. You never see my point of view. My heart is heavy. So how can I just be through with you?
In the original part, and we cut it out. I actually I harmonized with her, and it was crazy. Z, do you remember that?
Why did you cut it?
I don't
Down.
know because with the other background vocals, it was kind of mixing a lot, so we wanted to make sure that it was busy enough, but not over busy. But we actually harmonized on that original part, and that was actually my favorite part. I should have kept it in
Oh my God. Well, thanks for giving the audience that night.
there.
It was a nice little secret to it.
She's
Oh,
fire.
I felt every you.
that was a shining moment for both of y'all because you still stood out. You know what I mean? Even though you ended up cutting that, you still stood out. Like,
It's like she doing the runs, and I'm coming to I love that part.
it's like, let me get on her because I'm with her on that.
Yeah, she's fired.
Okay. So sorry, we do gotta wrap it up. So I will say, since it is Black Music Month, please put us on to some of the songs that you're like, yeah, 2025 on repeat. Put us on.
One of the songs that I've been listening to on repeat though, it might be a 2025 song, but it's called "Through the Night" by Mate. I don't know if it's Mesa or Mata, one of those. That's her name. And then I'm always do Jasmine Sullivan, "In Love with Another Man." I play her on repeat. I be in my feelings, y'all. Please.
But you got time to think. What's up?
Lord Jesus. Okay, so Leon Thomas, Mutt, that's one of my favorites for 2025. I'm really stuck on Complicated by Nivea right now. Don't know why. That's like an older song, but I've been wearing that out. And I guess the third favorite that I would say, Level by Duran Bernard. That's my song too. He's crazy. That's my three.
I'll say what's been on repeat for me, With You by Tariq and Nalese. That song, I just put my brother on today, and it's like, you know them? Oh, yeah, I know them. Like, I'm
Thank
glad.
you.
So I am just looking forward to y'all's future in this music, whether it's together or going into y'all individual projects. As he already announced, he is already into it with new things coming soon. Now, at least I expect the same from you. But it was just so nice having you guys tonight. It was very, very nice.
Thank you for
Yes,
having
thank you
us.
for having me.
So this has included R.L.B with J to Z for this portion of Black Music Month. And I'll see you guys on the next episode.
Be through with you.